Hey guys, Clone Division 7 here and welcome back to another episode of my action figure review. Today, I can hardly contain myself because today, we are looking at this. It's Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader 43. 43 because it's number 43 on its lines. And I'm so happy about this figure. I bought this guy 2 days ago for about 380,000 rupees. If you convert it to dollar, that's probably stands around $35. And I just received him this morning, so I'm really excited about this guy. I already took him out of the box and play around with him, and dude, I am so thrilled to finally own my first Darth Vader action figure. Anyways, let's have a quick look at the box first. I'm gonna put this guy aside over here and I'll have a look at the box. So you got a window at the front side showing you the figure that you're gonna get. There's the Star Wars Black Series names on it on top. You got a Darth Vader artwork over there, the Hasbro logo down there, Darth Vader name, of course. Looking at the side, there's there you go, the number 43 for this figure's number. The other side, there's another Darth Vader name on the side. On the back, you got some what do you call it? Some bios for him, written in different language, in English and other language like Spanish, French, maybe. You got some warnings in foreign language again. Then you got some website, and at the bottom there's a warning sticker. If you live in Indonesia, you'll probably already known about this this sticker right here. Okay, that's the box. So let's have a quicker, or no, not quicker. Let's have a more look on the figure. And here he is. Man, I'm so happy about this figure because to me, this is the ultimate Darth Vader figure. Now, I know there are other Vader figures that's already released, but to me, the one who resembles the one that I saw in the movie is this one. But despite I'm happy about this figure, I do have some minor issues about this figure, which I'll address later on. But again, I am so happy about this figure. Now let's have a look at the sculpt first. The sculpt is really good. There's a bulky feel on his body, which I really like. Now this is a Vader look based on Star Wars A New Hope. As you can see, the cloth goes over his armor, whilst the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, the cloth right here doesn't go over his armor. Instead, it goes towards the inward of his armor. And I like the details on his bodysuit. The lines are sculpted. You can see a bit of a fold on his body. Though, yeah, this is one of the minor issues that I have, which is this one. You can see there's a bit of a chipping on the back of his helmet, which you're not gonna see it a lot, but to me, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Other than that, I don't have much of a issues on the guy's sculpt. And oh yeah, I also like the choice of using a cloth fabric for his capes. That's really nice. Although it doesn't have any wires, so you can, pose it. But it's great. It looks great. Looking at the paint, it's really nice. The paint on his body is really good and simple. Not much of a wash or shade. It's a simple matte black on his suit and glossy black for his gloves and boots. I like how the chest box painted really good. There's no paint that bleeds out, no spot that misses its paint. Every button, every switches on his chest box are painted really nice. The belts are also painted really nice too. And the helmet goes with a matte black and reddish brown for his lenses, which looks really good. I think they're trying to make him look resembles like in Rogue One. I guess in Rogue One his lenses are colored in red, or maybe it's just what do you call it? Some some shine from the room, the scene maybe. But the lenses on the Rogue One movie, it looks red. Now, going over the articulation, there's a ball and hinge on his head, but not a lot of movement due to the sculpt. You can hinges only that much, not a lot. Hinges down, not a lot too. Of course, his head can turn side to side, but yeah, it's a bit restricted due to the sculpt. A little bit of head tilting, but not much. I don't really care about the head movement really, because knowing this is a Darth Vader, he's not really much of a athletic figure in the movie. He moves rather seem heavy, so I don't really mind about the lacking of articulation on this figure. Anyways, looking at the shoulder, there's a hinge and a swivel on his shoulder. Hinges up only that far. It looks good. And of course, swivels around. Really good. Now, there's no bicep swivel on the bicep, but we do have a elbow swivel on his elbow over here. So, yeah, his elbow can swivel around. Single jointed elbow, but goes that far. Really good. There's a hinge and swivel on the wrist. It hinges down and up. And then there's a swivel, swivels around. Let me take off his, there you go. The torso, not much of a movement. Of course, it can rotate, but I wouldn't recommend it you to rotate his torso all the way due to the fabric on his body right here. But it can move that much to the side, to the other side. The hips, I think it's a ball joint. Can't really see, but I think it has a ball joint. Can goes up that far, really good. Back, not so much due to the sculpt, and sides, pretty far. That's rather surprising. There's a thigh swivel on his thigh. Double jointed knee goes that far. Really nice. There's an ankle. There's a hinge on his ankle. Goes up, and not quite much. Goes down very far. Weird. No ankle rotation, but we do have a ankle pivot, which really nice, gotta say. For accessories, he comes with a lightsaber, of course, his lightsaber, which you can take the blade off of the saber, which really good. And there's a, I don't know if you can see, there's a ring on his saber hilt which you can attach to his belt. There's a small hook on his belt for this saber to hang on to. The hook is, I guess it's a soft plastic, kind of rubbery actually. So you're gonna have to do a bit of a maneuvering when you wanted to attach this lightsaber on his belt. Oh, and this is also part of my issues actually. He's lacking of accessories. It's kind of a bummer for me. I was kind of hoping that he would come with the interchangeable hands, because looking at Marvel Legends, one of Hasbro's product, they include interchangeable hands now these days. So I was hoping that this figure comes with a pair of fists for a more neutral pose, and an open palm for his left hand. So he can pull off some force push kind of pose. I was hoping for that, but in the end, I'm happy with this figure, with this only this much of accessories. So, my verdict, I am super happy with this figure. I love the sculpt, I love the paints. The minor issues are the chipping on the back of his helmet and the lack of his accessories. Other than that, it's a solid figure. If you're a fan of Star Wars and you collect action figures, this is definitely a must-have and a good starting point for you to start collecting. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this review, hit the like button, subscribe. If you have some comments or questions, put it in the comments below. And I'll see you guys later.